Let's get educated. That's why we're here, to bring you the stories impacting K-12 classrooms and college campuses. It's time for a little education.
It's the start of the week, so...
We're live and enthusiastic today.
We are.
We had good coffee this morning. However, I didn't get my pumpkin spice, but I did get some good coffee.
He's ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome everyone who is tuning in live right now on Facebook and Rumble. We're happy to see you. And we want to encourage you, post your questions and your comments in the chat. We're doing our best. We're taking a look. We're saying good morning to all of you who it's still morning. For us, it's now noon. So it's afternoon at this point. But throughout the broadcast, we're going to check in with you as well. So take a quick moment, hit that like button, share it with all your friends and family. Now, before we kick the things off, David.
Yes, that's me.
It's Monday. And on Mondays and every day of the week, you have some matters of the worldview to attend to. So what'd you talk about?
Pastor Dean Dwyer was with us this morning. He's from Australia. I love his accent, but I love his heart for truth and such a solid Bible teacher. He's a pastor, and you can get that at worldviewmatters.tv. That's worldviewmatters.tv. And please subscribe. We're trying to build the audience because it's a brand new show. Slowly, but I want to shout out to some friends who are watching right now. Hi, guys. Lorna. Good morning. Good morning to Chris. Actually, good afternoon now. Technically, if you're on Central Time or Eastern Time, it is afternoon. Jason, Lorna, the best podcast I trust.
Oh, Lorna.
God bless you. I don't think we're worthy of that comment, but thank you. And good afternoon now officially. So she said that. Oh, it's afternoon.
It is.
It doesn't matter. But hey, good day. Just say like Pastor Dean Dwyer did this morning. Good day. Good day, Mike.
Good day. Now it's in your head. Just
good
over
day.
and over and
Yeah,
over.
good day.
We got Nazi on set, apparently.
He even talks about Marxism a little bit.
Oh, did he now?
As a pastor.
Oh,
he can still talk about Marxism. I mean, those that are up on world events.
That's almost Yankee Boston over there or something.
No, that's Australia.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, we want your opinions on this first story we're going to talk about. So I'd say light up the chat. Don't be spooky, though. We have a school district in New Jersey that has become the latest to cancel Halloween activities for the children's at school.
But
what reason?
What reason, Katie?
Of course.
What reason, Katie?
The only reason that matters. Jeez. Equity.
Seriously, she's not joking. You thought, okay, maybe some of the costumes are demonic. Maybe some of the Halloween costumes are risque in the schools and they're not appropriate. No, it's because their concerns are DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So there's the headline. School district cancels Halloween, bans costumes due to concerns about diversity. Now, Katie, I agree. Yeah, cancel Halloween idiocy in schools because it can get kind of out of line. It's an occult-driven, demonic holiday, second only to Christmas when it comes to what Americans spend. So yeah, cancel it. The public schools shouldn't be supporting this. But the reasoning for doing it, it's like, give me a break.
Of course it is. Let's take a look at what's actually not happening out there.
Very bad. I don't like it.
The Halloween culture war erupted when parents received a letter earlier this month from the South Orange Maplewood School District Superintendent, who revealed that there will be no themed Halloween events during school hours on October 31st, nor should students wear costumes.
It would be nice if they got to dress up and do it in school and, enjoy each other's costumes.
The Essex County District cites a number of reasons, including equity, along with indirect and unintentional hardships, which would prevent some families from buying Halloween costumes. The district also claims that celebrating Halloween violates the dignity of students, either culturally or for religious reasons. But there are parents who say they align with the district's decision.
For me, it was okay that they chose to make it more, open to others that also don't possibly celebrate Halloween.
There have been at least 8 schools and districts in the Garden State that have canceled Halloween celebrations in the past decade, all for similar reasons.
I still think the kids should be able to go outside and have fun and just enjoy themselves, that's all.
I think the reason why they don't want to do it is because it makes some other kids feel uncomfortable, and the school is, I think, for the most part, all about inclusion, so I don't think it's really a problem.
Well, I always say that the DEI is DIE and die, and we're talking about Halloween. So, hey, it makes perfect sense.
Well,
guess.
it is celebrating death. We have this fascination with zombies, with vampires, with the afterlife, and there's a reason for that. It's because it's a counterfeit of the resurrection of Jesus Christ and living forever. Because as we've said before, maybe not often on this show, but we do live forever, even after we die, but just two different destinations. If you believe that, that's what I believe. That's the biblical worldview. You're either going to heaven or you will be in a place of eternal punishment and torment that's not going to be fun. But so Halloween is like a kind of odd celebration that Christian or conservative families support. Not all of them. But I do want to say hey to a few people that have checked in. Jamie, hi. Thanks for watching live on Facebook, on the Freedom Project Facebook page. Lorna says, she reminds us she's from Canada. I think I mentioned last week my wife is from Toronto. Not Toronto, but it's Toronto. And Chris is out there, Washington State, watching on the West Coast where it's still morning. Jason says, taking the childhood out of the childhood when it comes to not allowing kids to dress up.
And actually that aligns with, I guess, what the governor have to say about this. The governor had an opinion. Governor Phil Murphy says, seriously, we can't let kids celebrate Halloween? Give me a break. Ooh, big opinions there from the governor. And what's happening. My opinion as a mother now who is responsible for having to try and get a costume, and then you have to bring a treat. My kids are in like daycare still. It's not to school level yet. I could see how it's like, yes, definitely from a mom perspective of the preparation and all the nonsense that goes into it, get rid of it. Our kids are not learning our history or how to read or how to write or how to do math. So it's okay that they don't put a mask on for, 8 hours of one day. They can do that if they want to go trick-or-treating or do something outside of school. It doesn't have to be related to school because that's not the purpose of education.
Okay, I do want to mention Jason's comment because the reason they're apparently canceling this Halloween in the public schools is because of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion concerns. And he says, how is it inclusion when you're excluding someone else's views on Halloween? So that's kind of interesting.
Well, and that's the whole... That's the whole like inclusivity thing is it's going to be excluding someone always. You can't include all of those on the topics that they always pick out to be like, well, it's in the name of equity, in the name of inclusion. And no, it's not.
Okay.
Because you're going to exclude.
Katie, we've got to move on to this next segment here where we're talking about Disney and TikTok.
Speaking of those who are...
DEI,
yes.
Disney. So kids are in the crosshairs of the huge new Disney TikTok deal.
Monopoly, if you will.
Yeah, it's a monopoly. So over at Disney, apparently they're celebrating 100 years, and they want TikTok to be... Well, they are working together. It's first of its kind content hub celebrating the Walt Disney Company, and they got to do something for their image, don't they?
Well, and of course, get the kids. You got to get the children. So go to TikTok. And so they're deciding to unveil, and with this conglomerate that is now this monopoly, giving TikTok access to all of this content of theirs. And now the kids can log in, make sure you're logging in every day because every week or something they get these character cards that come out as you see there, and that means that hey, you got to collect them all. It's like Pokemon cards or something. Get the kids hooked.
Yeah,
and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, and this fascination with Disney, of course, kids on the phones all the time. It's like practically attached to them, so they're gonna go, oh, cool, because the Disney animation keeps going. But I want to mention Matt over on the Freedom Project Facebook. Live video says TikTok makes your kids stupid. Go lick the toilet bowl.
Well,
because they've done dares and they've done stupid things because of the
very
TikTok challenge.
Dangerous.
Some dangerous stuff.
Some kids have almost lost their lives because of these challenges. Because hey, it's cool to put it on TikTok.
Weren't there some that died?
Man.
Weren't there a few?
There might have been, but I just know almost died. There are a lot of these challenges. But here's the question I'm posing to you, the audience. So, if you know anything with economics, monopoly, you know the game of Monopoly, but this is what people are considering to be a monopoly now formed between TikTok and Disney. And I mean, people have talked about and argued against allowing the merger of ideas here with Microsoft and how they gobbled up if you know video games, Activision, Blizzard. It's like this. video game world, I guess.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I know. I'm like looking at David like he's like, I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway,
Games?
so should TikTok be allowed to, be with the Mouse House? Is it free market, or is there the monopoly and should it be prevented? Decisions. We don't know. I want to hear people's opinions.
Well, there is a statement.
Always a statement.
From Disney. For more than 100 years, Disney has been a leader in creative innovation and storytelling. So we are thrilled to continue that legacy with this first of its kind experience on TikTok, says Asad Ayaz, Chief Brand Officer of the Walt Disney Company. Quote, with over 200 billion views across Disney's portfolio of brands and experiences, TikTok has become a go-to destination for Disney fans to create, engage, and connect around their favorite Disney films, shows, characters, and experiences. So we're thrilled to partner with them as we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the company. So again, it makes sense, Katie. These are not strange bedfellows. Disney and TikTok, they've got access to the younger generation, and there's a little indoctrination going on.
A lot of
a lot of stuff that would go against the biblical worldview if you care about that kind of thing.
And the thing is, David, as you always talk about, your great-great-grandfather.
Yes. What would our great-grandparents think?
What would have been a grandfather only Walt Disney say about all this, or his brother Roy Disney say about this? Because this is not what the Mouse House was created for. This is not what their intentions were. They would not have been like, oh, yes, TikTok, a China-owned company.
Well, Disney has ties to China. TikTok is China-owned. Disney has ties to China.
Wow.
So,
yes.
Or let's just put it more specifically, the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. Let's not
you know
sugarcoat
me.
it.
Exactly.
Let's not sugarcoat it. But corporations in America, Nike, and I could go on down the list, justifying their, working with China. That's disturbing. But anyway, the whole idea.
Yeah. And what we're trying to say is don't dress as Mickey Mouse this Halloween. I guess is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I'm looking at the comments over here. And Tom, you said your family never bought a costume. You were a free handmade hobo for most of your childhood years. As was I, sir.
Handmade hobo.
As was
what does
I.
that
Not
mean?
most of my. Like you would hand make it, and you're like, I'm a hobo. When I was 10 and 11, those were the two.
You wear your
those were my
everyday
last
clothes?
years of trick or treating. I was just like, hi. I think I called myself a hippie one time, and it was just handmade. It was whatever you had, and you made the costume. People, we lack creativity. We just buy costumes now. How about you make them? That's what you should do.
I want to mention, Lorna, thank you for giving us some options to be reminded of. PureFlix and Angel apps. So we have to fight this battle, friends, this media battle with our children. And they're gonna go wherever their friends go. Generally, you've got to really keep up on that. Parents today have a much more difficult job than like my parents had, or So anyway, thank you for mentioning PureFlix and Angel apps, and there's a lot of other positive alternatives out there as well. Okay. Still to come, friends. For years, the CDC has sent out a survey to gauge tobacco use by middle and high schoolers, right? This year, the Biden administration decided to keep with its radical agenda by asking kids about gender identity. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Today's show is sponsored by our friends at MyPillow. Save up to 66% on pristine quality bedding, towels, slippers, signature pillows, and much more when you use the code EDUCATED. That's EDUCATED. Educated. Support this show and a great American company.
So every day you look around you and you're like, this world may be crashing down. It's going nuts. It's going nuts. It's all falling apart. And maybe when you're watching us here on Educated, then for sure this is what you see. Well, the good news, I have good news for you. For once, we can keep up our energy at least when we're fighting the good fight. And it's with this project called Magic Mind. Bingo, it's called magic for a reason. Magic for your mind. And what's so nice about it, and it's why I drink it on the daily, just one little nice energy boosting shot that has nootropics once a day down the hatchet. It helps keep me focused because I can be all over the place. I have toddlers who are all over the place. So I need to at least get my mind focused and paying attention to what's going on around me. So I have my morning cup of coffee, then I have a little Magic Mind, and bing, bang, boom, I am all set to have an awesome day. And you can also have an awesome day by getting yourself some of this Magic Mind today. You want to feel better, think better, and just be a better human. So right now, you can save 20% when you go to magicmind.com. Use the code EDUCATED20. Again, magicmind.com. Use the code EDUCATED20. And you take a little sip of the Magic Mind and get after it, if you will. All right, well, we're going to get after it now by moving on to our next story. And of course, it's the Biden administration. Yay!
But this was a tobacco survey, wasn't it?
Oh, get ready. The Biden administration is up to what it does. It recently conducted its National Tobacco Youth Survey for 2023. And in the survey about tobacco use, right? It's about tobacco use. No. Of course, they asked the middle and high school students to disclose their sexual orientation and whether or not they are questioning their gender identity. Because parents are not going to be like, they're just going to be like, oh, it's a tobacco survey, whatever. This is under the guise of a tobacco survey. What they're really trying to find out is, is your boy a girl? Is your girl a boy? Is something
how many,
else?
Yeah.
Who do they want to, who are they attracted to? Who do they want to have sexual relations with?
Yeah.
Tobacco use. Meh. All right. Well, the survey is distributed annually by the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, and Prevention's Office on Smoking and Health to gauge the progress of comprehensive tobacco prevention and control programs for our youth in the United States. It's all according to the CDC's website. That's what it says it is. In 2020, changes were made to include a question asking if any students identified as gay, lesbian, bisexual, or something else, according to documents from the White House Office of Management and Budget, the OMB.
The OMB.
Interesting. So that was in 2020 that changed. But hey, it's 2023. And so this survey, the questions went a little bit further, and they asked students about transgenderism and whether they feel in alignment. Do you feel in alignment with your biological sex, David? In alignment with it? Are your chakras?
Nunya.
A nunya?
Students should just answer back nunya.
Nunya?
Nunya business. It's none of your business.
That's not one of the various letters of the alphabet that you're supposed to choose from.
Oh, okay.
Jeez,
You've got
David.
it's multiple choice. Okay.
Yes. According to that, you saw it says some people describe themselves as transgender and or there's an and or for gender here, non-binary, when the way they think or feel about their gender is different from their sex assigned at birth. Do you identify as transgender and or non-binary? And we're going all the way for E for answer options. No,
Decline.
I'm not
There we go.
transgender and or non-binary. Yes, I am. I'm not sure or questioning if I am. I do not know what this question is asking. Or E. So D or E could be suitable answers.
This is, this is idiocy. I mean, they're trying to find out how many allies they have, how many children they can further indoctrinate by getting these surveys back. It's interesting, 2020. What year did Joe Biden get into the White House?
Well, technically he was in
2021. January 2021.
But it was already happening.
It was already in
happening,
motion.
and it will continue to happen more and more and more.
Yep, it will. And, it really is. If parents knew they were asking these questions, I mean, I'm glad they would. Usually it's libs of TikTok or others or the Chris Rufos of the world, but this one was over at the Daily Caller. Share these with parents. I mean, a lot of parents don't know that these things are happening unless the kid tells their mom and dad, or if they bring something like this home, if they get a survey in class, but usually you have to turn it in. So you've got to really be asking your kids what's going on. What are you being asked? What was this tobacco survey?
Well, and that's the thing. Again, it's under the guise of, it's the National Tobacco Youth Survey, and they
the
do it
CDC.
every year. It's still whatever.
Like we can trust the CDC
fine,
anymore.
Everything's great, but
give me a break.
This is what's happening. Now they're putting all of this nonsense onto these surveys, so your kids get stuck taking them because mom and dad, they don't care about you or what your views are. They just want your children. That's what we have learned over and over.
We have?
And over. All right. Well, on to a positive note. We got our latest Babylon Bee headlines.
Yes.
Coming up next. And we're going to discuss with all of you. So return after the break.
If you have a smartphone, tablet, Roku, or Apple TV, consider downloading the Freedom Project Media app. It's 100% free and includes all of our weekly shows, plus lecture series, archive programs, and award-winning animated videos for families like the Presidential Minute, Battles of America, and Heroes of the West. Don't rely on the social media giants to keep you informed. Simply download the Freedom Project Media app from your app store and allow notifications. And we'll let you know when a new video is ready.
All right, this is going to go by fast, so if you guys have a vote for your favorite Babylon Bee headline, let's do this real quick. So we're going to jump to the Babylon Bee, everyone's favorite satire site. Go!
Here are this week's top 5 Babylon Bee headlines.
All right, I love these. These are some great headlines. Let's go to number 1. We start with the FBI races past protesters screaming, "Kill the Jews," to arrest woman praying silently outside of abortion clinic.
Oh, my.
So the FBI goes right past the protesters to the woman praying. Number 2, Gavin Newsom visits Xi Jinping to get more ideas on how to run California.
That's accurate.
That's good. Next, chaos at congressional Halloween party as House Republicans all wear the same clown costume. Next, Mike Johnson's family and friends stunned to learn he's a congressman. And finally, to shed gay beer image, Bud Light partners with sport where sweaty men in underwear hug for 25 minutes. Katie and friends watching live, which one do you like the best? I know what one is mine. There they are. Number 1, 2, 3, 4,
man.
or 5.
Okay, well, okay. This is tough. Because I am a political junkie and find it hilarious as to all of this stuff. Number 4 with Mike Johnson's family and friends are stunned to learn he's a congressman.
Can you explain that?
He just got named Speaker of the House after, 18,000 failed attempts by the Republicans to find someone. So they went with the most bland name possible, Mike Johnson.
Well, I like him because he's, from what I understand about that, he's a true conservative and a Bible-believing Christian. So,
however, it's because no one knew who he was.
Exactly.
You couldn't pick him out of a lineup. Like, no one had any idea who this guy was.
He wasn't.
And as soon as he gets named Speaker, then everyone's like, he's on this side. I'm on this side. Battle Royale. And his family, the joke is, they're like, what? Mike? you're in Congress?
Yeah, good. Well,
so it's I find that funny. But number 5.
You're going with number 5?
Yeah, because now the fact that
Bud
Bud
Light
Light is sponsoring with UFC, and it's true, UFC, it depends on who's fighting, but some of them are more about wrestling moves than they are about some of the other, or Muay Thai or whatever, all the different types of martial arts they do.
Friends, I think we have a couple of votes here. Jason goes with number 5 with you, Katie. Yolanda also says number 5. Thanks, Yolanda. Chris says number 1. Lorna says number 3. Yeah, 5 is pretty bad. I agree.
What do you got, David?
Mine is number 1.
Number 1.
Because it's too close to probably what they would do.
That's the truth.
The FBI would race right past hateful protesters screaming, "Kill the Jews," to arrest a woman praying outside a Planned Parenthood abortion mill, where they kill babies on the inside, living, preborn human beings in mothers' wombs, and yet they'll race right by the protesters screaming, "Kill the Jews," or whatever they're saying if they're supporting Hamas. Anyway, I like number 1. I love the B because sometimes it's a little too close to the truth. Hey, Bernhard just kicked in from Germany saying hi.
Hello,
hey, welcome.
Wie geht's?
Yeah, so thanks for watching the live version here of Educated. We do this every Monday at noon Central Time. But that's going to wrap up our top headlines of this week. More satire next time.
Oh, there's always going to be more satire.
Always.
Always, and we need it. We need a little levity nowadays. Every day. A little levity would be nice. All right, well, hey, it's time. We're going to wrap up Educated just for today. It's been nice spending a lot of time with you. And if you do enjoy what we're doing over here, if you could consider subscribing to the audio podcast and the weekly media blast, that would be super nice of you. We're going to send you one little email every Friday. It contains the top stories of the week. Simply go to stayeducated.org, get yourself signed up for that. And if you're not following us over on Rumble, simply visit rumble.com/FreedomProject. Freedom Project, and give the channel a follow over there. Now, we will be back again tomorrow with another episode, and we're going to continue Educated Live next Monday, 12 p.m. Central Time, right here, Facebook and Rumble. Now, for David and myself, thank you all out there right now for watching.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you for listening,
God
and
bless
thank
you.
you for supporting all that we do over here.
Yep.
And until next time, stay educated.